Okay, this is a short video, short lesson, a simple review of the easiest compounds on the periodic table, how to write the formulas and how to name them, okay? If we look at the periodic table, we're talking about when the first atom comes from group 1 or group 2 or is aluminum, okay? So when you cross the stairs from a tall group, then these are the rules we're going to follow, and those rules are very simple, okay? Why are the rules simple? They're simple because we know the oxidation number for those are permanent. Everybody in group 1 is always plus 1. Everybody in group 2 is always plus 2. Group 3 is plus 3. And the stairs are right here, okay? So aluminum is below the stairs, making it a metal. So aluminum is always plus 3. And coincidentally, gallium is always plus 3 as well. And we're going to talk about these guys are in another video. All right, so this is really, really easy to do. Let's say we were going to write a formula for lithium oxide, okay? Now we know the rest of these oxidation numbers. This is plus or minus 4 for the carbon group, minus 3 for the nitrogen group, minus 2 for the oxygen group, minus 1 for the halogens. These don't bond. So if we're going to write a formula called lithium, what did I say, lithium oxide? Lithium oxide, lithium is plus 1 every time. Then we look up oxygen. Oxygen is minus 2 every time, okay? Now, we need those guys to equal 0, okay? We need the formula for lithium and oxygen to equal 0, all right? The simplest way to do that is to cross down the numbers. So you'd end up with a 2 here and a 1 here. Li2O. You don't have to write the 1. Just like in math, that's a given, okay? Now you may be saying, how does this equal 0? I don't know what you mean. Well, there's 2 different ways I can draw that for you as a picture. How does this equal 0? All right? This is how. Lithium has 1 valence electron. That's why it's always plus 1, right? In oxygen, it has 6 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both of these atoms are trying to even out, right? So I'm going to zoom in right here. So this electron will be stolen by oxygen, right? And then that atom is completely ionized. But guess what? We need another lithium because there's still another space on oxygen here. So that's why you end up needing 2 lithium atoms to bond with only 1 oxygen atom, right? Now, there's a way to make this look much easier than the Bohr models, okay? And that's just making them cards. Writing them like cards, like you're playing a card game. Here's an example. Let's say you had a card that's got a plus 1 on it. It's a lithium, right? In this game that you're playing, you have to make all your cards add up to 0. All right? You got a minus 2. Do these 2 cards add up to 0? Plus 1, minus 2? No, they don't. So what are you going to need to make this equal 0? Yeah, you'll need another one of these lithium cards. Now, if you're playing cards and you have this in your hand, you know you're playing a game like Go Fish or something. If you're playing a card and you got this, then you're done, right? Does that make sense? So what would the formula? We have 2 cards of lithium. 2 cards of lithium, so Li2. And we have one card for oxygen. O. Li2O, right? So it's always easy to write formulas when we're dealing with elements that are from group 1 or group 2 or group 3. Let's try another one. What if we connected, and I'm just going to do cards from here on out. What if we connected, say, calcium and sulfur, right? Calcium and sulfur. What's the oxidation number of calcium, Jalen? Huh? Yeah, +2, that's right. And what's the oxidation number for oxygen? -2, that's right. -2. Now, we said yesterday, cross them down. Well, the problem here is if you cross the same number down, you end up with Ca2O2. And you don't need 2 of each. You just need 1 of each. So these numbers just cancel each other out. Now let me show you how that works with the cards. Ready? If you had a calcium card, and on that card it said +2, and then you had another card for oxygen, and it said -2, then you're done. You only need 1 calcium card and 1 oxygen card, right? So what's the formula? CaO. And you're done. Calcium oxide. How do you name all of these formulas? It's super, super easy. Anytime you are crossing the stairs and the first element is from a tall group and you cross the stairs, the rule is this: just add "-ide". Couldn't be simpler. Lithium bonded with sulfur is lithium sulfide. Lithium bonded with fluorine is lithium fluoride. Lithium bonded with chlorine is lithium chloride. Calcium bonded with chlorine, calcium chloride. Right? Super, super simple. Lithium bonded with bromine, lithium bromide. That's it. Couldn't be any simpler. So that's it. Very simple ionic compound. So I'm putting this video right beside of the worksheet in your Google Classroom.